How did my skin go from this to this? Hi, I'm Historia. If anyone's new here, I moved from Vancouver to Korea about 2 years ago. And my channel is all about beauty, health, and my new experiences. If you're also interested in those as well, feel free to subscribe. And today's video is about my skin. It's about how I fixed it after I stopped going to the clinics. After I moved to Korea, my skin slowly started to break out, and it was really bad. And in Korea, skin clinics are very affordable, but that was actually the real problem. I actually wanted to get help with my acne and my skin breaking out, but I ended up doing a lot of other procedures as well, including collagen regeneration, pore tightening, skin lifting, hydration, balancing, skin scaling, and etc. There's a whole bunch of procedures that I've done and were recommended by the consultants there. Did they work? Yeah, they absolutely did. And I was very satisfied with all of the results, but were they worth the price? I'm not too sure about that because, first of all, they don't really last forever. You would have to get the procedures done again once in a while, so you would have to get them 3 to 6 months or a year or something like that. No, I had my on and offs, but it definitely became worse. And I don't know, if it was because I was going to the skin clinics too often, or honestly, I don't know. I ended up spending so much money at the skin clinic and getting no help with my actual problem. At some point, it hit me. I'm spending so much money here, but the main issue isn't changing. So I decided to stop going to the clinics completely. Just like that. I was like, nope, I am not going anymore. I'm not gonna depend on skin clinics anymore. I spent way too much money. I could have saved that up and I could have went traveling to Europe. Anyways, but it's already spent. And I wanted to give my skin a break, a complete break. No more procedures. And honestly, I wanted to try on my own and see if I could make it better. So I did. I went to a skin clinic. I went there to get my skin analysis test. The results were not really something I predicted because they told me I wasn't a severe acne prone skin type. I just was leaning a little bit to it, and that I had a combination skin and that I had a lot of clogged pores. And I really did. It was visible. So it wasn't just the acnes that I was getting often, but it was the bumps, the whiteheads that I had all over my face and especially my forehead and yeah. Also, they said my hydration levels were actually not too bad. They said that if my skin is not hydrated enough, then that causes acne because the pores, if they're dehydrated, they get filled up with the oil that my skin makes. And then that becomes hard, makes a whitehead, or if it gets infected, it becomes an acne. So hydration is key. They also told me to exfoliate my skin often for any clogged pores and dead skin that was causing the breakouts. They told me to get the skin scaling procedures done at their clinic, but I decided to use exfoliating products at home instead. So the first thing I changed was all my skincare products. I followed the recommendations from a Korean skincare reviewer who recommends specific products for specific skin types, and that was really useful for me because I didn't need to do a lot of research. So thank you. Usually my skin does react and I have like really bad breakouts when I like switch my skin products, but this time it didn't. And that's when I actually felt the importance of knowing your skin type. If you know more about yourself, you get better results. The second habit that I started to build was using sheet masks and face masks, like just any type of face masks nearly every day. Since my skin was very like dehydrated and it needed extra care, I tried to use face masks every day. And not just any random face masks. I always chose them depending on my condition of my skin that specific day. If it was the time of the month and my skin was acting out, I would definitely use like a tea tree face mask to calm down my skin. If I felt like my pores were tired and they needed more tightening, I would use specific face masks for that. And for dryness, hydration masks. So when it comes to face masks, I try to choose them depending on my skin conditions on that day. So it actually helps what my skin needs at the moment. I also don't leave my sheet masks on for more than about 15 minutes because once the mask starts drying out, it can actually pull moisture back out of your skin. While the essence from the mask is still being absorbed, I sometimes do a gentle face massage, either with a gua sha tool or just with my hands. It helps with circulation and also reduces puffiness. After that, I apply a serum, and the one I'm using right now is a hyaluronic acid serum, which is amazing for hydration. On days when I'm not using a face mask, I sometimes apply 2 layers of serum just to add extra moisture. Then I finish with a moisturizing cream that has ingredients suited for my skin type. And to finish everything off, I also use a lip mask. On days when my skin is having a really bad breakout, I actually try not to overload my skin with products, including masks. Instead, I keep my routine simple, carefully extract any pimples if needed, and use proper ointments to calm irritation. I also tried this viral exfoliator that kept on popping up on my Instagram, and honestly, it didn't really work for me. Like, didn't really wash off properly, first of all. And it wasn't cheap. When I tried to wash it off, it was a big mess as well. Like, I would get all my clothes and like all my hair all wet. It would feel like a whole shower basically, and I tried to wash it off like a couple of times, but the product seemed to be still there. And I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, but whenever I try to put on my skincare products, like after, it like made bubbles. So didn't really feel clean. And the reviews on Instagram, the results were dramatic. So I was expecting something like that. But honestly, I didn't really see any improvement. Like, there wasn't any change. Like, I couldn't really tell.
You can do better.
I guess it's different depending on the skin type, so yeah, you guys can try it if you want. But not for me. Nah. I really wanted to introduce this. It's probably the main thing that actually helped improved my skin problems. The disposable facial tissues and the disposable pillow covers that I've been using for the past 2 months now, and they are absolutely amazing. I started getting like cheek acne like acne's on my cheek, my side cheek areas here since like last year or something, or maybe I don't even remember, like a few years ago, but you can't see like any anymore, right? Like you can't see any. Since after I started using these pillow covers, I like completely, it just disappeared. Bye-bye. So I do believe that my acnes were from the bacteria from my pillow. Like I don't clean my pillow cover every day. So for anyone who struggles with acne, especially on their cheeks and their jawlines or whatever, please, 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 please change your pillowcase often or get disposable pillow covers like me. I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend. This is my skin now. And this was 3 to 4 months before. So number 1, please use the skin products that match your skin type. So you should know what your skin type is. That is very, very important. Number 2. What was number 2? Number 2, use face masks depending on your skin's condition. Even if you get lazy, just still do it. And please, ladies, don't forget to remove your makeup before you go to sleep. That's that's one of the most important things too. And number 3, the best for me at least, use disposable tissues, facial tissues, and disposable pillow covers. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more videos about beauty, growth, or new experiences, or anything related to Korea, please subscribe my channel. Thanks again for watching. And I hope everyone has a lovely weekend and a good night. Bye-bye.
참 많은 일이 있었지 참 많이 울고 웃었지 우릴 스쳐간 수많은 그 밤 정말 이상하기도 하지 왜 이런 감정들은 한 번에 몰려와 날 바로 만들어 아주 작은 습관 하나 둘 셋 모든 게 널 닮아 있어 익숙하던 거리도